Cheers. What do you think is the biggest amount of money you have wasted in Valor?
In Valor?
Yeah, just like a huge flub.
Shoot.
I'm trying to remember mine as well. I know there's several instances.
Well, one thing that hasn't come to fruition yet is that we spent like $3,000 on an electrician dropping in power for an automated pour-over device. Mm-hmm. And that we just haven't served a single pour-over. And it's been like 6 months.
I bet if there's something, he'll fix it. He seemed like a stand-up guy.
Yeah.
He bought us a bottle of Blanton's.
Yeah. That's more of like investment with absolutely zero return so far. In that we haven't served a pour over. But other than that, I feel like my thing is being pretty like frugal and choosy with my purchases. Mm-hmm. But I know I'm trying to think of like waste. We did all those fridge swaps and I like just threw away probably like $50 worth of like turmeric. What is it called? Like the golden milk stuff, just because there was like 4 opened turmeric concentrates. And I was like, we have nothing to do with these, and these are probably almost bad. And then in all of like the milk swaps, like 2 gallons of milk just sat on the shelf for 2 days. And I was like, oh, well, we just bought this and now we're going to throw it in the garbage. So waste is pretty rough.
It sucks.
It sucks.
Makes you feel gross.
Yeah. Because we already run such a skinny operation, you know, so you really see the fat.
Yeah.
How about yourself? What comes to mind?
Oh, man.
You do, and to be clear, you do way bigger purchases typically.
Yeah, my number's way bigger than yours. Our biggest flop ever was a merch drop of onesies.
Oh, yeah.
And that was certainly hundreds of dollars of wasted.
And no return.
No return.
I don't think we sold a single one.
Yeah. It's pretty embarrassing to look back on. We gave a lot away.
Yeah, we made some people happy. I think we gave them all away.
Yeah.
There was something interesting about the first sets of merch. Do you think we just kept ordering too much? Because like cleaning out, doing all the fridge swaps these past couple weeks, I just kept finding like rolled up old T-shirts on the ground. I'm like, whoa.
It was probably a mixture of, I would just say ordering too much for the season we were in. Mm-hmm. Because now I think we place pretty much the same orders, and we don't sell through it that fast.
Sell through it faster, for sure.
But we sell through it faster. Like even those, like the crew neck sweatshirts, like we ordered a decent amount of each color and dropped it late. Like it was spring when we released those.
And spring in Georgia's hot already.
And they're pretty much gone. Mm-hmm. Like we have a few, mainly like odd sizes left.
It's interesting too.
Not odd sizes, but less popular sizes.
I was surprised to see that the blue and the pink ones, the blues are all gone, the pinks are all gone besides 2XL. But there's a good bit of the yellow ones.
Yeah.
And I love yellow.
Yeah, me too.
So if you like yellow, run, don't walk to your nearest Valor coffee stockists and get yourself a crew neck sweatshirt.
I think we're going to put that on sale as well. I think it might be
nice.
like $18.
Great.
And for
my gosh.
For that piece,
dude,
whoa.
Goodwill's probably selling sweaters for more than $18 these days.
Yeah. Like with inflation and all.
Yeah.
You heard about inflation?
Yeah, I've just heard. I don't know what that means, but I've heard prices are going up.
Yeah.
Is that what inflation means?
No.
Totally different.
Dude, what did you do this weekend? First of all, how about these mugs? Isn't that cute?
Super cute. Who gave them to us, huh?
I honestly don't know.
Really?
Rachel?
Rachel of Ross and Rachel. Not of friends, but of
our friends. Yes. Yeah.
Yes.
So you might see there's not a Ross here today. Ross is really close by.
Ross is across the daggum street,
Yeah.
but he's in the what is it? The delivery wing,
Labor and delivery.
the labor and delivery sector.
What do they call it? Some people call it mother something.
Ooh, I have no idea.
Mama baby.
They're in the mama baby.
Mother baby. That's it.
Oh, mother baby. Yep, they went to the hospital this morning, which is Tuesday, so we'll see.
We will.
We'll see if there's a new member of the Valor family coming in.
Mm-hmm.
We are really expanding the company in different ways this year.
That's right. That is right. Yeah, I was kind of wondering how to handle both of us being on leave. And obviously, I know you said you would take over the Instagram.
Right.
And you really want to.
But
I just think you're too busy.
I'm so busy.
And so I was thinking about just literally posting a picture that's just like a slide, like a carousel, and it's just like me and Ross like holding a baby, and we're just like, hey, we're not going to be posting for the next 3 weeks. Understand?
Hey, I think that's great. But then, maybe I'll get on a story.
Yeah, maybe.
I don't know how to
I'm just kidding.
post a picture
Yes,
anyways.
you do.
Yeah, but are there like ways to do it, like to make it look better?
There are ways to make a picture look better.
Like the Rio de Janeiro filter.
Yes. Yeah.
Just swipe to see what filter looks best.
Yes. You want to check something out? Wait, no. Weekend.
Yeah. Well, I took Monday off to rest.
So that was kind of your weekend.
That was kind of my weekend. Well, and I'll probably, we're going to do this podcast time, and I'll probably take the day a little easier. We have a lot of summer travelers at the cafe this summer. So I've been working the weekends a good bit, and it's a good time, man. It's a really good time. The weekends are really, really busy. There's a lot of people buying things, a lot of people drinking beverages, and then there's us. We're making them. So yeah, great. I don't know, man. Our team just gets better over the years. It's pretty cool. I think we refine our system, and then people, even though it's new people coming in, they're able to kind of like catch it. And yeah, we've been rocking. We've really been rocking, and it's really fun to be just more of a support piece too, as far as like when it's really high volume, I can just be the guy that's doing dishes or pulling shots. I don't have to be the ringleader or anything like that, because we have a lot of experienced people with know-how, and yeah, so I did that. And then my classic Frisbee, dude, I got MVP on Saturday.
First time,
dude.
Congrats. Proud of you.
Thank you.
You've been putting in a lot of hard work.
Yeah, months. I guess about 7 months. So it took me about 7 months to finally get the title of MVP when I played twice a week. And so there's 2 MVPs twice a week for 7 months. So that's not, what is that, 8? That's like 60 times.
Mm-hmm.
It's just sometimes just keep at it for 60 times, and then you can be an MVP.
Dude.
And what's funny is I earned at the MVP title because it's like mob mentality or democracy. What's the difference?
Let's press into that.
Yeah. It's just like whoever does something of interest that people remember. And for some reason, everybody was just throwing the Frisbee to me from the other team. I got like double-digit interceptions.
Nice.
And it wasn't that they were spectacular even. Like there was a few where I jumped and got them, but a lot of times it was just right there, right here. They're just throwing it right to me. They're like, oh, yeah, he got another one. I was like, they're just throwing it to me. I don't know what you want me to do. That was my weekend. Riley, what about your weekend?
Man, it was crazy. Some stuff happened. Okay.
Boom, boom, boom.
So my family has a cabin in northern Georgia.
What's the address?
I actually don't know the answer to that.
You just know how to get there?
Yeah.
There are a lot of places like that for me. I'm an address guy, but sometimes it's just like I know where I'm going. Don't have to put it in my phone.
Yeah.
Respect.
I hate using directions. Do you know that about me?
You don't like Like you just don't plug it into your car with like the smart GPS?
So in the instance that I know how to get somewhere, Michaela loves having directions all the time so she can see her ETA.
Oh.
But if I know how to get there, I'm like, I don't need it.
Don't show me.
It's like this pride thing.
Oh yeah,
I just really need to examine my own heart, you know?
Wow. I know. I'm right there with you, man. I do this thing where I look up how to get there before I leave, and I try to memorize it, even if it's a new place. I'll be like, right on Dresden, left on Peachtree.
Dude, I understand.
And then I'll forget, and I'll open my phone to like see how to get there again, and I'll close it again and be like, now I know. And then I'll be driving. I'm like, wait. Okay, did I miss it? Oh, I think I missed it.
Yeah, I can't tell you how many times we've just ended up going the wrong way because of my pride.
Yeah. Wow, that's something. Sometimes pride takes us in the wrong direction.
Yeah, and today we're going to be talking about pride.
And how it can take you in the wrong direction.
Lion prides.
Yeah.
You know,
eagle prides.
the whole thing. So we go to the cabin, and I decide I'm going to hop on my niece's 70cc Honda dirt bike.
Whoa.
And I get going.
That's probably not a lot of CC, is it?
It's not. I mean, but it'll go.
It'll go. How old's your niece, if you don't mind my asking?
The one with the 70cc is 9.
Wow.
So
hey, shut up. Wow, that is
gorgeous,
slick.
huh? Gorgeous.
Oh my gosh.
So
hey, that's pretty cool that your sister and brother-in-law would give their daughter a dirt bike.
Oh yeah.
Did she want the dirt bike, or did they like?
I mean, I guess you got to think with kids, and maybe this is something I'm going to learn. It's just like how much of their enjoyment and what they do is because of their parents pointing them in that direction. Because you know, some kids probably wouldn't even know what a dirt bike was if you didn't tell them.
Sure. Heck, I don't.
Yeah. Do you even know what a dirt bike is?
No.
So,
clue.
yeah, but I don't know. I mean, it's kind of just like you get them to play certain sports, they like the sport.
Interesting.
I grew up with dirt bikes. My sister, one of them, Deska, had a dirt bike or dirt bikes when she was like younger. I think a part of it was because my parents were young and my dad probably just liked dirt bikes. Growing up, he had dirt bikes.
Yeah.
And it was like a different time in the Dawsonville area where you could just like ride your dirt bike anywhere.
Wow.
So, with all that being said, I hop on this dirt bike and I get going.
Do you have to change gears manually?
Mm-hmm. Well, no clutch, but on this one. So no clutch, but you do change the gear yourself. So I'm in second gear, but I'm kind of going second of 3 gears on this. So, if you're second gear, higher RPM, you're kind of going.
Sure.
And I'm heading back. I kind of like make a loop, and I'm heading back towards where everyone is like hanging out. And so once I get
tell
closer,
me you're thinking about doing a wheelie.
No. Once I get closer, I start to put on the brake. The ground is really wet where I was for some reason. I guess it was in the shade.
Yeah.
And I'm not stopping. So I'm headed directly towards either like my pregnant wife or my brother-in-law's truck. And so I'm like, I got to put this thing down. And so I put it down and landed on my shoulder. And I've been pretty messed up ever since.
Like messed up in the head.
This one. Like I can't really go beyond this right now.
Whoa. Versus like doing something like that.
No way I could get there. Wow. So I dealt with that, and every night I roll over on it and wake myself up.
Yow! You say yow?
Yep.
Yao Ming in honor.
Ming Yao, actually.
Oh wow.
Nah, I'm just kidding.
Oh, okay.
I've seen it both ways, honestly.
Really?
Yeah.
Welcome to another episode of You've Seen It Both Ways.
Well, in China and some Asian countries, your last name's first, right?
Dude, I just like do American stuff, like burgers.
Yeah.
And like hot dogs. So
like spaghetti.
yeah, like spaghetti.
Spaghetti and
like
pizza.
Nachos.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Great.
Hey, that would be cool, and that sounds awesome. So, Yao Ming, we want to hear from you first. I know we've pandered a lot towards Amon Shumpert, but
Yeah. I love Yao Ming.
hey,
He was great.
yeah, I mean, probably the best Houston Rockets player.
You ever hear Shaq talking at Yao Ming's retirement?
No.
Or like his
Does
Hall
he-
of Fame induction or
Do they
whatever?
not like each other?
No, that's not the case. So Shaq talks. Why don't we just watch it?
Wow, video. Man, this is easy podcast, and we get to watch videos. Shaq Yao Ming,
Okay. You got to hear this.
30 seconds.
He tricked me. 3 years, I never spoke to Yao. I thought it was a language barrier there. And then one game, he hit me with a Keem Olajuwon bing, bing, fadeaway. And I said, hey, Yao, nice move. And he said, thanks, my brother. I said, whoa. You speak English? He's like, Shaq, you never talk to me. Of course I speak English. Damn.
Oh
Love
my,
you, Shaq.
love you, Shaq.
Friend of the program.
Love you, Yao. Oh my gosh, that's awesome.
Yeah, pretty awesome. But that happened. I got Michaela into video games this weekend.
Weren't you talking about that?
I was.
Was it on the program or
Maybe.
maybe?
But I went and bought her Animal Crossing.
Oh no, it was our roastery hang.
Yeah, you're right. Which was really fun.
Oh yeah, sometimes you just got to take a pause and hang out with your team in a fun way.
Absolutely.
Because work is not fun, and it can never be fun.
So we hung out, drank some margaritas, played some pressure wash simulator. Great night.
And a little Madden. Oh, you forgot about the Madden.
No, I didn't forget. I just
I
don't
think
want to talk about it.
everybody played Madden, and only one person won every single time. I can't remember who.
Torben.
Yeah, Torben. me. So Animal Crossing.
Yeah, I
on
don't.
the
She's
Switch?
not. I wouldn't say she's into it yet.
She tolerates it.
She's like, I'm kind of getting motion sick. Yeah.
That's what we call into it. It's like, I kind of want to throw up while
Yeah.
I'm playing this.
Yep.
I mean, Animal Crossing is a super fun game on the Switch.
Mm-hmm. Yep. So, got that. I had some frustration. I posted about it on my. I always post. I'm always negative.
Yeah, do you ever talk? No, I feel like you've probably talked about something you like really enjoyed or loved on your social media platform.
Yeah.
You are a love-hate guy. It's just like you're gonna get on there and you're gonna be hot and heavy about something.
Yeah.
So what ground your gears?
What ground my gears is yesterday. I go out and I'm in the market for some bourbon.
Oh,
Okay. So I go to my places I usually go to buy Buffalo Trace. I'm not like
easier said than done, right?
Yeah, I'm not a Buffalo Trace stan by any means. Because, the market, and I guess they call it the whiskey boom of the past few years, is a bunch of people have gotten into whiskey.
Yep.
Whiskey takes years to make.
Mm-hmm.
So now there's just not enough of any whiskey for anyone, except for, especially the more good stuff. And then Buffalo Trace gets this huge following.
Yep.
And it's good. It's good whiskey for $25.
Yep.
Dare I say the best for $25. I would say the same for Weller in the $20 range. I would say the same for Eagle Rare in the $30 range. They're all made by Buffalo Trace Distillery. So everyone's buying up all that product.
All three of those?
Yeah.
Like anything Buffalo Trace.
Especially Buffalo Trace and Weller. And
Weller sounds cool.
yeah. I mean, it's good. It's good. So the frustrating part about it is the shelves are stocked of Buffalo Trace in California and a lot of places. Like friend of the program, David Funk, can walk into his local grocery store, because grocery stores in California sell liquor, unlike in Georgia, and buy however many bottles of Buffalo Trace he wanted to.
Wow.
Not saying David drinks. Like, I would never say that.
He just has the option because he's over 21.
Yep. and in California.
Right.
So here, I walk into the liquor store I bought Buffalo Trace from several times, and there is a sign underneath it that says, purchase of Buffalo Trace requires purchase of blank vodka or blank vodka.
Whoa. I didn't know where you were going with this story, and that is lame.
Yeah.
That's
very lame.
Oh, wow.
So,
I know you don't want to say the place, but do I know it?
I'll say the place. I don't care. I went to 2 different places in Dawsonville.
Oh, I thought you
Yeah.
were going to say Total Wine.
No. It was the liquor store in the roundabout next to the outlet mall.
Yes.
So it was that one, and then also
The one off
the one I'm
400?
about to say is going to be the one off of 400.
Yep.
Yeah. So I don't drink vodka. I'm not, and these were crappy vodkas.
Like cheap ones?
Yeah. I mean, first of all, I just don't like vodka in general.
Well, I didn't know if you already had the train of thought of like, well, do I just spend...
But, if it was a $5 vodka, maybe it'd be
Right.
worth it. But I don't think it was. I didn't even look at them. But so their stance, their point of view is, we have to buy this vodka. We have to get to these minimums to be able to buy Buffalo Trace from our distributor.
Mm-hmm.
And I just don't agree with that way of business. I also don't agree with MSRP markups, which this Buffalo Trace was already marked up. So they were selling it for like $29, and it should be like $23, $25.
Mm-hmm.
So that was I was very annoyed.
Are you saying both of them had that?
So the first place had the thing with the vodka. The next place had, you have to buy the store pick with your Buffalo Trace, and they have several store picks. They were all over $40 a bottle.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Wow. That is that touches on an interesting thing that we've kind of glanced over for, and I've seen it more and more, is like, how much does the customer bear the responsibilities of the business? Mm-hmm. And I think there's appropriate expressions of that and inappropriate expressions of that. Like, costs go up for the business. It's like, okay, well, we can eat some of it here, we can adjust here, but we'll have to raise it this way. But it's like, or I don't know, something like that of like, people are just buying this one product, so we have to make them buy another product.
Yep.
It's like, well, I don't know about that.
Yeah, and that's the thing where I think some people in the bourbon community would maybe disagree with me. Maybe, I mean, clearly there's people out there who think Buffalo Trace is worth more than the $20 range.
Mm-hmm.
And I just don't. Like, it's good whiskey, but if I'm going to start spending some like upwards of cash, I'm going to just buy a bourbon that MSRP's at a higher price range, because it's probably just as good or better.
Right.
So, a little annoying, but
so how do you usually express this on social media? Do you ever video yourself talking?
it was a video of myself. You want to watch it?
No. I mean, maybe on my personal time or
Yeah.
after the program, but we'll let personals be personals.
I was just it wasn't just a gripe. It was a question. It was a call to action.
Yeah.
I was saying, went 2 places yesterday, couldn't buy Buffalo Trace because there were contingencies around my purchase.
Mm-hmm.
Where do you guys buy your bourbon? Do you have anywhere where I won't be emptying my pockets for a $20 bourbon?
Mm-hmm.
And I've gotten several responses. I haven't read them. I just saw that a few people responded a couple minutes ago. So,
Oh,
we'll see.
yeah, maybe we get some good bites.
I feel like Joseph always has the plugs for good bourbon.
Yeah, he's kind of moved around the metro Atlanta area, and I think he's tried different places, and there you go. You just find your spot.
I feel like he always has a bottle of E.H. Taylor like on him.
On his person.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like he was lightening up on his stock load lately, but I mean, Yeah, people got their hobbies.
Spend any time with Joseph lately?
Joseph, friend of the program. That would be a really funny guest to have on the podcast, but just in the vein of almost a David Funk of just like someone who's in our age range that is
beloved by his community.
Professional, like started. I was talking to my friend Dan about this yesterday, but it's just like at age 10, he was like, I'm going to do this thing and I'm going to become a professional at it, and it paid off. Kind of what you were talking about too. So if you just put time into something, natural talent aside, you're just going to become talented at this because of work ethic. So not that we have a ton in common around coffee and that, but yeah, he's currently on tour, so he's pretty like zoned in.
I see.
And he's got a lady, so I think whenever he's got free time, he's probably not looking to talk to this mug. Yeah.
Well, Joseph, I know you're listening.
Oh, Joe,
we love you.
We love you, man. We'll have you on the show soon.
I will say, I don't know if he still listens, but I called him a few weeks back asking him to diagnose an issue.
Yeah.
And he was like, well, I just listened to the last podcast. I didn't hear anything. And I was like, oh.
That is nice.
Yeah.
Nothing, we do the love mail, but it always is encouraging when someone mentions the podcast to us. I don't know if you've received any of that lately, but being in the shop is always sweet because people are like, hey, listen to your podcast. It's awesome. And we apply it in our business, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, wow. All right.
Love it.
Love it. So thank you all for listening, and smash like, guys.
Yeah.
It's kind of like,
you know what? Don't even smash like for us today. Smash like for Ross and Rachel.
For Ross and Rachel.
And their baby.
Yeah.
So.
If you are like for Ross and Rachel and then for like a healthy birth.
Yep. You would smash like.
Yeah.
And subscribe and follow and review. So.
All right, man. Dude, our weekends, there you go.
Yeah.
Is there anything? So
wrap it right there.
You crashed a dirt bike. You tried to buy some bourbon. Did you just do it or did you leave?
The bourbon?
Yeah.
I bought Eagle Rare. It was marked up. But again, it's already a higher MSRP bourbon.
Yeah.
And it was marked up a little bit, and there were no contingencies of having to buy a crappy bottle of vodka as well. So,
speaking of alcohol, I had wine. I had some alcohol for the first time in like months.
Aww.
Just with my wife being pregnant, we it just naturally kind of got out of the picture for a little bit. But we made some curry the other night, and she was like, "Oh, I just would love just a little sip of some wine." And we had a bottle of Brock Cellars right there in the cabinet,
just hanging out.
I said, "All right, I know now." I'm like, I got to do something with this half open. Oh no, half full.
Should have brought it here. We could have drank it on the program.
Yeah, a little morning wine. What's the earliest you've consumed alcohol?
I mean, 8:30, 9 a.m. mimosa.
I got you beat. I got you beat bad.
Whoa.
Honeymoon. We stayed at the hotel, and there was no we were in the Dewberry, a really fancy.
The Dewberry.
Yeah, very, very fancy hotel in Charleston. But there was no access to water. And so I woke up at 6:30, absolutely parched. And
why was there no access to water?
I mean, there was a sink in the bathroom, but that just grosses me out.
Oh my gosh.
I know now.
You freaking bougie. You're staying in the Dewberry and you won't drink tap water.
I'm like, yeah, where's your Berkey system? Like, how do I know the filtration on this water? But no, I think that was when okay, this is just backing up a little bit. I used to have this thought that the water in bathrooms was gray water, all of it. And I bet that was the season of life I was in where I was like, I can't drink this water. It's not potable.
Oh my gosh.
What is gray? Is gray water still in toilets?
No. It's just all fresh water.
It's all.
Unless you have some sort of freaky recycling system, but
I don't know, man. I just like to apologize to the Dewberry. I'm not trying to bash your name. Probably could just got some water from the sink. But anyways, there was just a bottle of sparkling complimentary rosé, and I was like, I'm so thirsty. I just gotta take a swig of this before.
Was it sweet or was it dry? Because it'd be funny if you took a sip and it was like super dry and it just made you more thirsty.
It was very dry, and I'm not saying I had like the whole bottle or anything, but I just like wet my whistle with a bottle of rosé at like 6 a.m. And then you leave and you go get breakfast, and you get your spring water, you get your mineral water at breakfast, your artesian glacier water.
Yada yada.
Yada, yada, yada. Well, I'm glad you ended up with a bottle.
Thanks, man. But, if I have anything else to report on my place that I found to get the stuff, I might not tell it to the program because then maybe everyone will go get it and then they'll start throwing in bottles of...
Hey, smash like if you're in Dawsonville and you like to buy bourbon. We want to know who you are.
Absolutely.
Hey, a little update. This is a throwback update, but we are using the E80 Supreme grinder in our cafe again. And so I would love to have Ross on the program for this because I am like receiving some watered down information. But the thing I noticed is that they seem to have fabbed out a little, basically an aluminum tube that runs hopper straight to burrs that kind of helps bypass the like lid area where I think some coffee and coffee grounds can get into. That makes the head hard to get off. Does that make sense?
It does make the head... Oh, whenever the stuff gets stuck, it makes the head hard to get off.
Yeah,
I see.
Because it's a little of a bigger, more open area. So it's like a little shaft that makes sure it goes from like hopper right down to like the burrs. And I was like, is this all they did? But, and maybe they put a new head on it too. But I've taken it off a couple times and it was easy.
How about the performance?
I mean, it's hard to beat when it's working, man. I mean, 2.3 seconds for 18 grams.
Smash like if you get it.
Smash like if you like those numbers.
You know.
I've always been of the camp of like, for me, 5 seconds or 2.5 seconds.
Don't make no difference.
You're just like, what are you doing in that time? Because you're usually like weighing and tamping one while one's going. So like that extra time doesn't do much. But whatever. I mean, I will say I cleaned it. It takes like 30 minutes, though, to disassemble all the way down to where you need to clean it out at, which is to remove the bottom burr. And it's hard to take out the bottom burr. It's always been hard because you have a pretty tight fit. Like it goes right there, and then you have this higher shaft again. And you have to like pull it out straight out. That's just hard. So you're just like, I'm doing a lot of like finagling.
Is there any tool that could make it easier? Like a plunger, a mini plunger? This is like...
Maybe. I did find I could take off a different part of the bottom burr that gave me an area to like hook into and pull it out. So that was nice. But yeah, I mean, just like after a week of use, there's already like a pretty big crust of coffee under the bottom burr.
But you usually have a week before it starts shooting.
That's what it seemed like.
That's good.
So I did that Friday. It's Tuesday. But like that Friday, while I was working, it was spraying a lot. But there's just some really stupid ways to get around. Like you just have to like pulse the switch a few times and it'll start going. Or if you have to, you can stick your finger up the grinding area and wiggle the clump crusher. So, and maybe we'll try the metal clump crusher. I've heard that's better, but like can make it worse if you don't clean it out. Like it can cause way more buildup. So,
because static?
I don't know.
Because science?
Yeah, I think because science. Something about science. But yeah, so it's still like underwhelming that you have to work on it like that. But when it's working, I'm like, this is awesome. And the performance throughout the day, it really does like lock in pretty good. Like I was pulling shots on our busiest Saturday morning moment. And I mean, every 4 or 5 shots, I would check in, and I mean, just 17-5, 17-5, 17-5, 17-5, 17-5. And I was like, this is good. I'm a satisfied guy right now.
Yeah.
And that was the day after I cleaned it.
Man.
But I mentioned maybe I'll report back in next week about when I had to clean it again, or like how many times we ran into that problem. Because I cleaned it. Okay, this is the last thing I'll say about this. Nobody really cares that much. Maybe you do care. Smash like if you care. Smash like if you don't care. The morning of, I didn't, it's just me and Lyndon, our summer unpaid intern. Just kidding.
Yep.
Just our summer hire.
Paid intern.
Paid in, highly paid.
Yeah. We're kind of interning with Lyndon.
Right. Yeah. She's teaching us.
Yeah.
I cleaned it out. I didn't like put anything on base camp. Why would you? But I came in Saturday and Elijah was like, man, the grinder was giving me trouble in the morning. Like it was spraying a lot. And I was like, I just cleaned it. He's like, but then it started working and it's fine. I was like,
Joey told me the exact same thing.
what?
That one night Joey took it apart and cleaned it.
Interesting.
And the next morning Joey opened and bad. Maybe cleaning was different. I don't know. But anyways.
I would be surprised if he went as far as I did, but I would be honored that if he did that. That would be awesome.
But he also said, then it started working.
I guess it's got to get through a little like buffer zone or something. Grinders are crazy, man.
Which is a bummer because you don't want to just open up and then pull 50 shots and waste, just like keep purging and wasting until it starts.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's bad.
That's bad. Well, what you got?
Well, I was just going to say, would you be willing... I mean, what are your thoughts on Cafe 2? You still just like, let's just do anthems?
Oh, yeah. I think, I would want to do did we talk about the titanium burrs? You can upgrade your burrs. I would do that. And then I would even look into getting them powered up with 220. I think that's an option. And I think that would probably decrease time.
True.
To the point where it'd probably be like in the 3 to 4 seconds. And I'm like, this is just as good.
Yep.
Yeah, that's where I'm at.
I hear that. The only thing, which again, one E80 is like 3 anthems, and that's the bummer because we need 3 anthems. Yeah. So to buy 3 E80s would be almost $10,000, which we don't really have the cash for. Anyways, the romance would seem to be, man, that was really like the romance. The romance would be the whole E80 burr distance feature that you're adjusting the exact number of distance between the burrs versus just a setting.
And you like that?
I like the idea of it, especially since we're going to have 2 free throw grinders in the event that it could be like, hey, if the E80 was good enough with cooling the burrs and temperature control, you come in, you dial in one. When you're ready to dial in the next one, you put it to the exact same setting. And you dial it in and maybe only have to make a little bit of an adjustment.
Hey, that sounds nice. I hear you.
It sounds nice.
That is a perk of going from E80 to Anthem to E80. Is it worth $10,000? Well, what's the difference there? Probably is it worth $6,000?
Yeah,
I don't know.
Me no.
Probably in our situation, it's not because we don't have it. But if you have $6,000,
smash a like,
and
send it to us.
Yeah, put it in an envelope, ship it off.
On the note of Cafe 2, we did just drop a new vlog where Ross and I don't know where you were, dude. Where the heck were you?
I probably was at the beach.
Nah.
No,
this was before that.
Dang.
Hey, some people smash liked on this video though.
I love I love the people smashing like and doing the commenting.
Oh yeah.
Shout out
We
Colson,
got some great
Elias,
comments on this one.
Function, Brandon, Edwin, all the ins.
Oh yeah. Well,
We've got like our knockbox and our
podcast,
scales and
we talked about our plans and
that
did a
sort
little
of
deep
thing
dive.
there.
Take a
and
listen.
then no steam wand over here. So this is truly just a brewer island. Group 1, Group 2, Group 3. And then instead of putting a steam wand right here, we are putting another regular free throw grinder right in this area in between the last group. And
If you want to know why we're putting that grinder there, smash like and watch our vlogcast. It was a vlogcast.
Vlogcast. How was it being on this side of the room?
Oh, dude, it was weird.
Really?
No, I sit over there in meetings all the time. So
When do you,
what?
when?
I sit right there in meetings sometimes. Right there.
There's a camera right there.
Believe it or not, these cameras don't stay here.
We should,
That's funny. Our podcast room, how we set it up, people don't get it. You guys don't get what we do for you.
you should do a time lapse. People love time lapse.
Yeah.
Be like, hey, we do this every Tuesday.
We got it down to a science though.
I would say today it took very little time.
Yeah.
The curtains is a new dynamic for sure.
Yeah, we put some we did some podcast improvements for you all,
Some
especially for you video people.
Oh, you guys would love it.
You'd love
Joseph,
it. We're looking better.
David.
4K officially. It was 1080p.
What a jump.
What a jump.
1080.
4 times the resolution.
Nearly 4 times the resolution. Hey, dude.
What?
Avatar. You gonna see it? When does it come out?
Oh my gosh.
You love it?
I don't know. I mean, it looks fine. I'm not really excited about any movies right now. I think I'm going to cancel my stubs,
Oh, I was
especially
actually
because Baby is about to happen.
yeah.
They're about to release a new Dragon Ball movie. I don't really want to go see it, but it'll be right after Baby's here, so I probably won't get to.
Baby. Do you think your wife will be on time?
She has no signs of labor yet, so I mean, things change
Things change
all the time, but
Yeah.
I have no gauge.
Neither I, man. I was talking to Meredith about it. She just seems like she really rocks being pregnant.
Meredith?
No, your wife.
Oh,
I know it's
she might disagree. The past few days,
Been-
she's been a pleasure. She's been great, and could not be any more proud of her.
Oh, wow.
But she is feeling pretty bad right now.
The time is nigh.
That's right. Keep telling her.
Time is nigh.
Less than 2 weeks.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
I hope the baby is born this week because I would feel much more comfortable about starting them in school early if their birthday was in July versus August. I don't know why. I mean, I guess it doesn't really matter.
Hey,
as far as
that was
days,
me,
but
man. July 30th.
Yeah.
I was always the young guy.
And I like the reason I like that is because it would put him in the same grade as his cousin who was just born.
Wait, which one?
Caitlin, my sister Caitlin, had a baby
Yes.
a few months ago. And, you know, that's a small thing. It's thinking way down the road, but
Well, that is interesting because I had a friend, Aaron, who was born on August 2nd, and he's like a year older than me, but we're in the same.
I see.
But I mean, the parents can just decide
Yeah.
either way.
Yeah. And then exactly, I could, you know, he could be the youngest in his grade born in August. I think the cutoff is September 1st.
Right.
Just people don't usually do that.
They just don't play that game. Colson, Colson,
Colson,
August 6th,
you don't even have to, you were going to intro him. You don't have to intro him.
the man that needs no introduction.
So he was the youngest, but in August 6th. And
I
you
mean-
guys were homeschooled.
Well,
too.
we did stuff.
Okay, I'm sorry.
We did stuff, Awana.
Yep, of course.
Are you familiar?
Oh yeah.
Dude, a lot of people aren't familiar with Awana.
Oh my goodness.
I have to be like, it's like elementary youth group games. You memorize scripture. Yeah, Awana, shout out. I don't know. And then, we do some stuff. But now, I mean, that follows even in college. I mean, how old were you when you graduated college, Colson? 19?
Colson, smash like and comment how old you were when you graduated college.
I think he was 19.
And that's awesome for him.
Oh yeah. I think I'm very pro like putting the youngsters. If you have the opportunity to put a youngster with the older crowd, the youngster rises to the occasion.
You kind of see that with kids moving up in sports a lot.
You see that with kids moving up in sports. You see that with your own, like if you look at a group of, like a family with 4 kids, the first one is usually the slowest to grow. And like, as you see the other ones behind it, like they're trying to catch up with
Like
their
potty training early,
Oh yeah, all that stuff.
pooping in the
Yeah.
potty.
Yeah, who's pooping in the potty first?
Yeah.
Usually the dad is. Dad or mom. I'm not sure. Oh man.
That's some fun stuff.
Yeah, we're just talking about psychology, like kid psychology,
Yeah. Kidcology.
kidcology.
Hey, today's the day that the cart launches. It's the big cart launch.
The cart launch.
Yeah, you want to see your photo shoot?
Oh.
All right, so we're on the website, catering. Okay,
That is wild.
check this out. Boom.
Boom.
Yeah, that was totally not photoshopped wall.
No. Wow.
All right. How about that? Cute, huh?
That is super cute.
Oh yeah.
Whoa. Oat milk.
Oat milk.
We're gonna get so much.
bubbly.
Yeah, I was gonna say we're gonna get so much crap
Hey,
for that.
we can replace that one first. You know?
Yeah. I'm sorry. Sometimes we don't have milk at the roastery.
Give us a break.
Give us a break. That looks awesome, man. Great work.
Yeah, well,
Great
we
work.
got that, and we're gonna have a little video of Ross.
I'll have to take some pictures at our first event this Friday.
Oh
For
yeah,
ya.
first event. We want to give the listeners an idea of what you're doing there.
All right.
2 words.
Ashley Furniture. 2 words. 2 more words. Green tea.
Green tea bar. We're a green tea bar.
So Ashley Furniture, our proud local sponsor and partner. Just kidding. They, I guess, are making. Do you think you could find it, like Ashley Furniture green tea
Do you
mattress?
think it's Ashley Furniture or one of their suppliers?
I don't know. I have no idea. Apparently, Ashley Furniture is starting to sell a like green tea infused mattress. I don't know if you know more than me, Riley, but I'm gonna go on Friday for a few hours to the Ashley Furniture store in Alpharetta and I'm going to serve hot and iced green tea. And
I think this is it.
you got it.
Gel and charcoal infused memory foam, green tea firm support foam, green tea ventilated foam.
And then you could go to the little.
I don't get it, but
It is green. At least the top's not green, but
no, this is charcoal. This is green tea. All the buzzwords.
charcoal and green tea.
Activated charcoal.
I'm sure it's a great mattress. I mean, only love and respect going out to that mattress.
I mean, $1,099 for the king. Got to be something good, right?
Yeah. Tell me something good. So yeah, and I'm just gonna serve tea and matcha to the passerbys of the Ashley Furniture green tea mattress launch.
I don't want to go too into the nitty gritty of our logistic and like conniving ways, but isn't
Conniving?
that? Yeah, just hear me out here. That's like the ideal event, right?
Oh,
Because you're probably not gonna make that many drinks.
well, yes and
Because okay, it's fun to make drinks. That's the thing. Like the goal of this is to go to a wedding, serve a bunch of people,
yeah.
show off how awesome Valor is.
right.
So
I would say yes if we charged top dollar, but with like what they were asking for, I just don't think there was a lot of justification to be like, it will be, $2,500 for us to do this. So I probably wouldn't do this all the time, but just being like a first event and us wanting to like try out, what does it look like for just me to load up the trailer, just me to unload. Blah blah blah.
Yeah.
We'll see. And it's a little funny. I just gotta like get some different stuff ready. Like I'm probably gonna bring like a kettle.
Oh yeah.
And I mean, I'm gonna try to batch hot and iced green teas in the Cambros.
Nice.
And I'm gonna try to keg a matcha drink. And then I want to have some backup options. But it's really just like I'm just making tea.
Yeah. So I guess maybe you're thinking about how to not waste product.
I'm trying to
too,
think about
right?
how to not waste product, you know, because the profit margins are a lot skinnier. I'm trying to think about like how to have everything I need, because usually one of us, say if you and me are doing an event, one of the other person's like going somewhere else to get something that we forgot, or like there's a hitch in the plan, blah, blah, blah. And honestly, just like moving a big cart by yourself, I'm like, okay, I just got to make sure that we have like every ramp and every like thing to make things seamless that we can. So we'll see. But yeah, it's a momentous day. And I would invite you to go to Ashley Furniture. But
Wouldn't that be funny if they just like really advertised it well and all of our regulars who usually get matchas showed up because they heard about the free matcha and you just didn't have enough?
No, that's something that I don't think has ever happened at an event, but I could really see it happening with the more renown we may be getting if we pop up in an area. I'm like, I would hate to sell out.
Yeah.
Just be like, I'm sorry, I prepped 200 drinks, and
Maybe we should include something like that in our contract.
like we will
Up to a maximum of blank drinks
yeah.
without the risk of running out of product.
Yeah, well, then that's why I'm just going to bring, like, I'm going to batch bunch of stuff, but I'll just bring, like, loose leaf and matcha and, like, the gear to make it one-off, because it might just take longer, but I can do it. Do it. Maybe I'll make, oh, my gosh, I'm going to have to make a menu. Green tea, hot.
I think Ariel's going to make it for you.
I mean, that would be awesome.
Yeah, she will.
Well, here we are, handsome.
What's the meat and potatoes?
Yeah, enough with the pleasantries.
An hour later, probably.
Well, we covered some stuff. I have been thinking about what you talked about with the bourbon thing. For some reason, it's really stuck in my head. Just because, Ross will send us things about, like, on menus nowadays, there's, like, a lot of extra charges for things.
Some of which are cool.
Yeah. Oh, my gosh. Yeah, like, there's extra fees to cover health insurance for the team, or extra fees to cover, like, kind of forgot.
Yeah.
Other things. Or like on a lot of our delivery invoices now, we don't pay delivery fees, but now there's like fuel surcharges, and you're like, I guess I get it. Whose responsibility is that? I guess we're sharing it now. But I just think about, and now like some of our pastries, like costs are going up in the food world. I'm like, I wonder how long things are just going to be expensive. But one thing I think about a lot is this really random detail you shared with me about your trip to Miami a while back, where someone got I think your wife got a $12 drink.
Yep.
And I was like, we're at least really far from that. We're like $5 away. But I mean, even on some of our seasonal menus, just $7 after tax.
Yeah. And, some of it's by design. Like the seasonal menu is where we can go crazy.
Yeah, because it's not like you have to get this. It's like, hey, let's make something crazy.
Like fall's coming up, and we'll probably have a $10 or $11 House Deluxe.
I'd love to do a keep the mug thing again.
Yeah, it's fun.
I mentioned it to someone. They're like, "Oh my gosh!"
It could be like $11 and then $20 to keep the mug or something. That'd be cool.
Oh yeah. Oh man, remember when we did it with the cauldron? I think we did that.
Yeah.
But we did not sell any of the cauldrons.
No.
So maybe not. All right. Oh, sorry. Meat and potatoes. I feel like there's not a ton to get into unless you have anything you want to say about the extra charges, inflation, contingencies. Do we have any contingencies?
No, I don't think so. I mean, that's the funny thing. So say there's just like a huge shortage of. This would be an example of us doing something like that. There's a huge shortage of matcha, and we're like, to get this matcha beverage, you also have to buy a Valor T-shirt.
But we pick the size.
Yeah, and we only have double extra smalls. Sorry.
We only have 4T.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean that kind of is what it would be like. But more like you have to buy a pastry to get this drink. It's like, I guess. I mean, it's your game, you know. I just don't want to play it, so I'm not going to play it.
Yeah, I just feel like that's bad stewardship, especially if I understand not all people have a business because they're passionate about what they're doing, but I just think about if it's a lot. This is so stupid. It's a lot easier to put myself in the shoes of someone else than to actually be in their shoes. If I had a liquor store and I was really into bourbon,
When you have a liquor store,
I feel as if I would just want to showcase this. Like, this is the product I want to push to people, and not tag on like this way to keep me in business with it.
Now, what about the markup? So the most popular item is this $25 thing.
I just feel like it makes you so much cooler and so much more of a steward of the product.
If you honor the margin.
To honor the MSRP.
I hear you, man. Is there something to this, like, Matt Perker talked about this with wholesale. I feel like it's stuck in our heads of, like, charge as much as you can get away with so you can have a better experience. Like, what if it was a really cool store and you were able to pay more to people to, like, help people find what they're looking for, and everything was just like $5 more expensive?
What does that mean? Pay more to people?
Like, pay more in labor. Like, instead of you just have like one person at the cashier checking people out, you have like people walking the floor, be like, "Hey, how's this looking? Do you like this? Do you want to know if anything else?"
Now, that's a funny concept. A liquor store with excellent service. Have you ever been in one?
I think I've just been to Total Wine like 4 times.
Yeah.
Oh, Fermented though.
The
the wine store right by Valor.
Excellent.
Run, don't walk to Fermented if you like wine. We're big proponents of natural wine, and they have a great selection, and they're very much like, and that was my thing, is I would just, after work, walk in and just be like, "Hey, I'm looking to spend like $20 or like $30 or whatever the number is," and be like, "I want something like funky, crazy, and like as like little footprint or like whatever, like little human interaction as possible, just like a really natural wine." And be like, "Oh, great. Boom, boom, boom. These are these 4. This is what I like about all of them." And I'm like, awesome.
Yeah, that's beautiful.
Right.
My liquor store, I'm sure this is already out there. This catchphrase. So it's going to be called One Fell Swoop. Okay. I've always wanted to name a business One Fell Swoop. Yeah.
FELL.
Yeah.
Nice.
So One Fell Swoop. Top shelf products, top shelf service. Wow. One Fell Swoop. You like that?
I'm in. Where do I sign up?
We're going to another business together, Yeah. Man, that sounds like a really expensive business to go into.
Just to get started?
Just your inventory. Because, I mean, it's every bit of cost is inventory. Mm-hmm. And that's really expensive.
And then, like, rent and utilities.
Mm-hmm.
And then some people.
Yep.
Interesting.
No equipment.
Well, you can't buy stuff online, can you, like that? Can you buy liquor online?
Some places in some states. I think things have relaxed in Georgia due to the pandemic, where you can get some stuff online. But before, I know you just absolutely couldn't.
Right.
But that's changing a little bit.
So you were saying you often do not receive top
No.
shelf service.
It's just like either they don't help at all, or I mean, I think a lot of man, I don't want to just trash the package store industry, but a lot of times they save their best for their regulars.
Right.
And,
That's not a trash. It's just more of like an understanding.
yeah. Well, I mean, even just like the best service. It's like they see their regular who comes in and buys a couple of bottles every week or something. I just don't drink that much, and I don't have that much money.
Can't keep up.
Yeah. And so, whenever they do get the bottle of, the few bottles they can get from their distributor of Blanton's in, they're
Yeah.
going to keep it behind the counter for that person. But it's not even just the product. It's more of the being nice. I feel like you're a new person that walks in. They're like, oh, this guy's just looking for this and he's not going to be back. So I'm just going to let him go do his thing and then walk out.
Yeah, I guess it's almost like I wonder if everything is on a trajectory to specialize, like coffee shops. Because at one point, and I'm sure most people view coffee shops in this way of like you just go to what you're close to.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm sure with a lot of people with package storage, if they want alcohol, they just go to the one they're close to. Similarly to grocery stores, but like all of these different industries, the idea of preference and specialty is like rising for some. Like I drive further to go to Whole Foods.
Mm-hmm.
I drive past like 2 Krogers, a Walmart, and a Target to get to my Whole Foods because I want this, this, and this.
Yeah.
And we hear this all the time at Valor. I drive 45 minutes just to get coffee from here. And I'm always like, thanks.
Yeah.
Wow. Because the experience you have somewhere is really important to people.
Yeah, I mean, but if I could find my one place, I would definitely do that. I do that with fermented. I don't buy wine anywhere except for fermented.
Right. And I guess the thought is that that's probably hitting a lot more industries where because of maybe social media, the internet, there's just a little more notoriety and a little more specialty to things that you can be like, almost like things get viral in our area. Like, oh, you got to check out, Slutty Vegan is still just this beacon of attraction for so many people in Atlanta. There's just a line out the door.
Yeah.
But it's like, there's probably 100 other places you can go get a plant-based burger at these days.
You got any other industries you'd like to see maybe specialized that you would be into?
Well, that's what's funny is you would think because I'm in one that I would want all of them to be that way. But when you do that, usually that just means that the cost goes up.
Yeah.
And so it's like, what are you willing to spend more on?
Yeah.
And I'm trying to think of some things where I'm always like, why? But it's because people have different interests. Like, there's a big rise in like stationery and parchment stores. And like, I feel like I've found myself in there. I'm like, I just wanted thank you cards. Like, why are these $30?
Yep.
And it's like, well, they're blah, blah, blah. I'm like, oh, you're like me with coffee, but you're talking about like paper.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, I'm like grateful that Whole Foods exists, but I love the idea of more localized like markets, like natural markets and fresh grocery stores.
Yeah.
And I feel like there's some really cool ways people could partner with local farms. So, because I do think there's a little bit too much of a monopoly in our region, at least, and I've seen it other ways in different areas. So that's one.
It'd be really fun.
What?
A specialized gas station / convenience store.
Oh,
It's like-
you've kind of talked about this before, I think.
Really?
I think you always love the idea of doing specialty coffee out of a gas station.
Well, okay, yes, that. So, maybe your cappuccino makers are Eversys with specialty coffee in them. Self-serve Eversys. Walk up, press the button, get your stuff. There's syrups that you can pump into them, and they're all good syrups. I'm thinking like fancy sodas, fancy candy bars, and then like fancy magazines, and that's the whole convenience store.
It's almost like, they're kind of doing that without the gas part in like I feel like some New York bodegas.
Yep.
there's like upscale bodegas now, and
There's that little stand inside of Pont City Market that does that.
yeah,
Yeah.
Quick Stop or something.
Nah, I have no
I
clue.
don't know, but like looks really cool, and it's like nicer.
Selling some Drift and Kinfolk.
Yeah. Yeah. And then I think the mayor of New York was like pushing all of these. There's like a chain of bodegas that was doing like plant-based deli, like breakfast sandwiches. I was like, whoa, okay.
That'd be sick. It's just, clearly we're not in the area where we can make that happen.
Dude, but another idea of this is like the arcade or like bowling, like
Yeah,
the painted
yeah,
pin,
yeah,
the painted
for sure.
duck, the one in Nashville, Pinewood Social. It's like you could pay $7 to go to this rundown bowling alley, or you could pay like $30 and have like a server and like
Yeah.
artisanal
You ever bowled at
charcuterie.
Pinewood Social?
No.
It sucks.
Wasn't it like old school?
Yeah. I mean, I guess it's an experience,
Right.
but like you have to keep score yourself. On
That's hard, dude.
Yeah, and you do it on this app where it computes the score for you because I don't understand bowling scoring whatsoever.
I think I have it every time and then I lose it. It has something to do with if you get a spare, your next ball is affected. Like I think it's like either multiplied or
Yep.
doubled or add 10.
Yeah.
And a strike has to do with your next two.
Yep. Because clearly
how that
there's
compounds-
multiplicity.
Oh yeah.
Great movie.
Duplicity.
Yeah.
Felicity.
Because you bowl 10 frames and you can score 300 max. So
Somehow each bowl can equal 30.
anyways,
Ugh.
but
Smash like if you understand
there's
bowling scores.
I had incredible drinks there
Right.
and
You're not going to get that
good
at Stars and
service
Strikes.
and probably like elevated nachos or something like that. I don't know. Like a shot of espresso from Crema.
Ooh.
Little cortado, little piccolo or
Come
something.
on. Now we're talking.
So I don't know.
Hey, comment below what you would want to see as a specialty version
Oh,
of something
yeah.
that's not out there.
Or maybe it's out there.
Yeah, I was about to say the fact is it's probably out there.
Mm-hmm.
Like there's like wine shops, cheese shops, stationery,
Mm-hmm.
candles, gifts. I think gas station. I haven't heard of like a bougie.
I just feel like it wouldn't even be a gas station at this point. It would be like an
Do you think they
electric
would
it would be like at
a charging
charging
station?
station.
Honestly, bro, that's not a bad idea if we were in the right area. And Alpharetta might be the right area.
That's true. There's a lot of Tessies
There's a
rolling
lot
around.
of Tessies because the dealerships. So.
Yeah. I do know that one of Tesla's, maybe multiple of them. Let's see if I can find it. One of them has a coffee shop in it. Station with lounge.
Dang.
Maybe I can't find it. Oh, Kettleman City, California.
Craft.
So yeah, they have some beverage, and it's pretty accurate. 8-ounce cappuccino. Hello.
Respect.
It's funny. All
Cold
the drinks
brew.
are $3.75, and then they have some specialty beverages that, or some fun menu items like autopilot.
Oh, yeah.
Let the barista decide for you. Ludicrous mode is extra shot of espresso because that's like one of their like things you can do. Ludicrous mode.
Ludicrous speed. Like,
Yeah.
Do you think they did that from Spaceballs?
So much of what they do is from Spaceballs. That's why. That's why the highest end Tesla you can get is the Tesla Model S Plaid.
Oh my
because
gosh,
of
we've
Spaceballs.
gone plaid.
Yep. Because that is Elon's favorite movie.
I mean, it's a funny movie.
Yeah. So, anyways, ludicrous mode. I think I don't know. I think it's like you can put your autopilot into ludicrous mode, and it'll just make your lane changes faster, like more, like tighter. Like it'll take more chances on like filling a gap.
Wow.
Yeah.
Respect.
So I mean,
Jesse.
that's a version of that.
Yeah. Interesting. And whereas in Do you think some other things like Costco are going in the other direction?
Well, Costco, Buc-ee's.
Buc-ee.
You hear everyone talking about Buc-ee's. It's a huge. It's not as much like specializing and narrowing in. It's just like we have everything.
Yeah. It's broadening and being like,
Which is also cool.
yeah, but they're like, maybe less so Buc-ee's, but Costco, it's like, hey, we're skimping on all these other things. Like you just get the bulk.
Yep.
Like we're just putting pallets on a rack.
Yeah.
You just take it off the pallet.
Maybe less options, but cheaper.
Yeah. The world we live in, man. The world we live in. What were we talking about as far as some meat and potatoes? I know we kind of made
We probably just had a podcast of Ethan and Riley mad gab, but
yeah, it was kind of mad gap. Well, I know next week we'll probably pick it up. Well, do you think Ross will?
very interesting.
Very interesting. Yeah, Ross will probably be out of commission.
Yeah.
But
Maybe me.
yeah, and maybe you.
What are you gonna do? You gonna have a solo episode?
Well, what's funny is like if you're maybe not next week it happened, but the next week. Well, is this computer?
This is my computer. That's the
Right.
hard thing, and I am gonna work from home a little bit.
Because I was like, if I can use my computer, and this was all here, I could probably set it up, with your FaceTime, and
We might figure something out. And I mean, obviously a lot of
'Cause
a lot of postpartum is we're not as much afraid to take the baby out. It's just I want my wife to have a good recovery.
right.
So I'm not gonna rule out the possibility of coming down here and doing a podcast and going to Valor and then going home
Right. We gotta get
with Michaela.
we gotta get
and baby.
Mikey back in the studio.
Oh,
people,
yeah.
people loved Mikey.
Yeah, what the heck?
They love Mikey.
Yeah, Mikey that was a treat.
That was an electric time.
I don't know. Maybe we can get Logic loaded up on your computer or something.
Yeah. Does that plug go into?
Yeah, you got one of those plugs. So
What's up with these laptops and like only three plugs? Remember, I feel like old laptops used to have like.
well, this one's got it. They loaded them back up. I've got HDMI somewhere. Yep. See, I've
Well,
got an SD card again,
Dang, son.
and then everything else is just. Oh, I've got MagSafe charger, 3 USB-C between the two and the headphone.
Check you out, man.
This was Apple's best product they've made in a long time, because they finally decided to stop doing the whole thin thing at the expense of performance.
Whoa.
And this laptop is a honker. Like, it's really thick
Yeah.
and heavy, but it does everything I need it to do.
It's almost like they thinned it down so that when you thicken it back up, it is for a reason.
Yes, I like that. Roy was asking me the other day because, okay, we have this friend. His name's Roy.
Deal
He's
with
cool.
it.
He was like, he always talks to me about the new Apple stuff. And he was like, has your new fancy computer been treating you well? And I was like, it has, but there are still some areas where it could be better, which is crazy. Because, when it first came out, I was like, this computer is going to be everything. It's never going to give me any issues.
But it's giving you some issues.
It doesn't, not even issues. It's just the main reason I got this is because of our expansion into more video stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And the main area where you want your computer to be good when you're doing video is render speeds, and obviously not dropping frame rates while you're editing and whatever. But
You guys know what we're talking about.
that's one of the reasons I got those monitors, because those monitors record in a certain video codec that this computer can process faster than what the cameras record.
Wow.
And all that processing and rendering speed really quickens my workflow, because if I have to sit here and if you're exporting a video and it's rendering or like transcoding files. All right. You with me? Stay with me.
Yeah.
Then that takes a lot of time, and you don't want to do other things on your computer while it's doing that will hinder performance.
Yeah.
So
Do you do like push-ups or something?
yeah, I just do push-ups the whole time. That's why I'm jacked. So, we're recording freaking 2-hour videos for this podcast.
At least.
And that takes a really long time to export.
Yeah.
So I need it to be speedy quick.
Do you think most people do that on like a desktop beefier computer typically.
I mean, people who are doing like movie stuff, like that's where, I mean, it's kind of outdated now because they haven't updated in a long time. But that's why people spend $15,000, $30,000, $40,000 on the Mac Pro. That looks like a cheese grater. You seen that one?
Cheese grater.
Let's see if I can show you a picture.
I've seen cheese graters. Like tons
You
of
know
them.
what a cheese grater is?
Oh yeah.
See that? This is the Mac Pro. So it's just like you hook that to a monitor. It's very modular. The only issue is now this computer that's this expensive. I mean, there are still some ways that it outperforms this computer, but this computer was Apple buying their chips from someone else, and now Apple makes all their own chips and has what's called unified RAM.
Yeah, duh.
And so now, in a lot of ways, this laptop is faster than, like this one right here is $42,000. And there are some ways where this computer is faster than that computer.
$42,000. What?
That's the kind of thing that's for Hollywood.
Yeah,
you know.
like if you're in Hollywood.
Like, you're pretty Hollywood yourself. But
Smash like if you think I'm like Hollywood.
if you're still listening to this, then
Hats off to you guys. Well, some
No
people like the banter, the random
Yeah.
organic conversation. Is this what we're always about? No, but I mentioned this before we started. We've been really by the book lately. You know, three things to help start this. 3 questions about this.
like a lot of coffee. Where's the sometimes?
Yeah, welcome to the Sometimes podcast.
Yeah.
My precious wife actually said she loves just hearing us just talk.
Yeah.
So this one goes out to my wife,
Yes.
Guppy.
Yeah. Love you, Guppy.
We love you, Guppy. Glad to have you back in the office.
That's right. She's in the next room.
I can always see her through the walls.
You feel the vibes?
Yeah. Hey, thanks for making radio, man.
Oh, yeah.
Radio magic. We
Had the time of my life.
just chopped up the package store industry.
Mm-hmm.
We talked about what else?
Gas stations.
Yeah, specialty gas stations.
Me falling off a motorcycle.
Yep.
Our catering.
Oh, the catering arm.
operation.
Yeah, green tea coming to
Yeah.
an Ashley Furniture near you.
This is the TLDR right here.
Yeah, this is the little TLDR. We talked a lot about smashing like.
Yep. As always.
And
Yao Ming.
Ming Yao,
Either way.
name structures in mainland China.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Hey guys, my birthday is right around the corner. Saturday.
Oh, yeah.
I'll be in cafe 10 to 6. So
Drop by.
Come on in.
Smash like.
Yes.
Via a fist bump with Ethan.
Yeah. I'm gonna go see Fleet Foxes in concert on my
Oh.
birthday.
That's awesome.
I've never seen them before, and
Think you'll fall asleep?
I've only fallen asleep one time. At a
1 to 2
concert.
times.
1 to 2 times, and maybe I think I'll be hopefully sitting. I love sitting.
That has to be a sitting
Oh,
show. Is it at the Fox?
No, it's at the Roxy.
Ah. The Roxy. I've never been to the new Roxy.
Yeah, I don't know. I think I may have to see Coin. My best
Because the
friends.
Roxy used to be something else.
Buckhead Theater.
Well, I'm just saying, like, the Roxy was a different location. Like, there was another place called the Roxy that closed down.
Maybe I went there.
I don't know.
Hey, smash like if you know what we're talking about,
Yeah.
guys. Please.
Smash like for the Roxy.
I'd say Fleet Fox is in like my top 10 band.
Oh my gosh.
Top 10? That's not. I don't even know 10 bands.
I know. Every time I think top 10, I feel like I always say something is in my top 20, but I'm just like, what else is there? They're probably in my top 5.
If we're being honest.
Yeah.
Hey, dude, new Dawes album. You got to check it out. I have to listen to it too. Speaking of top 10, they're top 3.
Smash like if you don't like Dawes.
Smash like if you like Dawes.
Yeah.
You, me, and all the other middle-aged men out there that like Dawes. Not you, but shout out Jason Steele for telling me about the new Dawes album.
You like Harry's new album?
I think it sounds really nice. I mean, it's like probably the best
Pop.
pop you can make, biggest budget you can use, and it's just gonna sound good. It doesn't like hit my heart, but people are like, no, the lyrics are deep, and I'm like, great. I just hear it in the cafe.
Yeah,
You know,
that makes sense.
It's on, it's bumping, I'm slinging, and I'm like, yeah, this is great. But I don't like listen to it.
Mm-hmm.
No offense, Styles,
Yeah, if
Family
you're listening.
Foundation. Do you like it?
I really didn't like it when I first listened to it, but whenever you just hear the same songs over and over again, and then it just like it kind of makes you like it because you've heard them so many times.
Yeah, I think there was one called Cinema I really liked.
Yeah, that one's good.
Another
That
one,
one's good.
Grape Juice.
Daylight is good.
The
You know that one?
Yeah. What a groove. The beat, man.
Yeah.
The first song's fun. The sushi, was it the sushi one?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're good. It's just good music. Nothing crazy. Just no fuss. I'm just waiting for Zayn's new album. you
Oh,
know?
yeah,
Or like
for sure.
Niall's new album.
Yeah. Where's Niall?
Liam. The other one.
Keith.
Yeah, Garth. I was saying me and my wife are torn between Garth or Brooks for the name.
Oh,
Or Brooks or Dunn. We just can't decide.
that's tough.
I'm surprised you didn't go with a country singer's name. That would've
What?
That would have been amazing.
That's funny.
Just because you're like,
Thomas Rhett.
yeah,
Hello.
come on. Oh, you are doing Thomas.
Yeah,
I keep forgetting.
I know.
I was thinking about the other name that I'm just going to keep tight-lipped.
Yeah, Jute.
Jute. Like the-
Jude. I had a principal named Jute.
Really?
Yeah.
And we have a banker named Jeet.
Yes, not anymore. She retired. Miss her like
Best
crazy.
banker ever.
Yes.
Better than yours, David. Oh, dude. David. They're open again, though, right?
Yes. Yeah, if you don't know, the city of Opelika went through a pretty catastrophic fire. So there was some damage to the surrounding buildings, including Sidetrack, because I heard that 1 million gallons of water were used to put out the fire.
Something like 300,000 made it under their building.
Yeah. So tough stuff.
Super tough.
I'm not super familiar with how you can help, but let's look it up.
It'd be great. Oh. Property manager.
Let's see.
Oh my gosh, that is so close
Yes,
to
it is.
Sidetrack. Was it a kitchen fire?
I don't know. I'm gonna go to Sidetrack's Instagram. This is some really interesting radio while I'm just browsing the web.
Well, post.
Let's see. Anyways, Sidetrack, they spent some days cleaning up and they are back open. And that is so encouraging because I couldn't imagine a world without them.
Oh my gosh. No, they're family.
Yeah. So, if you know of ways you can help in the Opelika fire situation, the businesses that burned, then comment those and let us know, and we will make sure to get those out there. But we're really happy that Sidetrack is okay, and our hearts are with the businesses that were not quite as fortunate.
Totally. Yeah, I think it was an Italian restaurant.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we'll keep you posted. Please keep us posted too. But David is a super awesome dude, and I think he was doing a great job of rallying the community and his friends and the team. So, but yeah, I definitely want to do our part to check in and see how we can help lift them up any further if they need it.
Oh, yeah.
Well, a solemn but grateful end to this podcast.
That's right. Well, maybe see you next week.
Hey, yeah.
Maybe not. Bear with us. We'll come back better than ever if
Oh
we're
my
gone
gosh.
for some period of time. You might be graced with some Ethan solo stuff, maybe some Ethan Mikey stuff.
That would be hilarious.
Sounds like just like farts.
It would probably be a lot of fart noises and voices, and I wonder who else we could get on here. We get a pit crew takeover.
Hey, if you want to have if you have a guest suggestion
Oh yeah,
for the Coffee Sometimes podcast, anyone in the coffee industry or adjacent that you think should be on our show, comment below.
I love having guests on.
Me too.
It's
Real
fun.
fun. Maybe we'll even end up getting some. I would love to have Bellwood on again. I'd love to have all of our guests on again.
Hey, yeah, man.
I think it would be really fun maybe to get in here and not just be talking about like the stories of our companies and just to be chopping it up about something else specific.
Yeah, that's awesome. What a great idea. And, with someone like JP with Meadowlark, it's developing, checking in. Can we spoiler who I've been talking to as well?
No.
Great. Well, we've been talking to other people about having them on as well. So stay tuned.
Oh, yeah.
But the hint is right behind me. I'm just kidding. You have to watch the video to know what I'm talking about, guys.
Okay, yeah. Smash like. Love you.
Love you.